And just looking at, the running backs, got in today, Lloyd Benson, David Clark, Jake Rendina, Hayden Reed. How do you feel about your running backs at this point?
There's a good host of running backs. They're all different. The guys that play B-back, the guys that play slot, the guys that play H, all built a little bit different. But I think there's a pretty good nucleus of those guys. And so see guys like Hayden Reed, Rendina in the backfield, and young guys like Kloska and Bartosh, and so it's encouraging.
Yeah, Lane Park's in at left guard today. I know you had a player out there.
I'm really I'm excited about how the offensive line is coming together. As you know, we lost some guys off of last year's team who were good players, but some guys stepping up, and Will Jeffcoat, can't say enough for him. He's a senior, and along with Brady Small and Jenna Raleigh, and there's guys battling in there, and I think it's going to be a good group.
Any thoughts on defense? Obviously, the quarterbacks are wearing red shirts today, but what did you see happening on defense?
Oh, there were a few turnovers created, which was encouraging. It's hard because we weren't tackling. We didn't want to tackle the ones against the ones, and we've kind of taken that stance the last few years. We do allow those young guys to tackle in a scrimmage like this, so it's really sometimes hard to gauge who's making real plays in space and who's able to kind of wrap guys up and get them to the ground. But we'll get a chance to do that before camp is over once we split scouts. But I thought it was good competition. The guys took care of each other, but they still played hard. I thought it was physical. I know Coach Woody will do a good job getting those guys prepared and ready.
A couple of your freshman quarterbacks got in and made plays.
They did, and it's all with the rookies. We had with each new iteration and plays. We put situational football, moving the ball to certain spots on the field. We really just had a group where it was just rookies competing against each other, and there were some good plays by those young quarterbacks. That was I don't know, surprising, but encouraging and exciting to see.
So trying to get Zack Wendell as many reps as you can. I know he's been a guy that's been banged up a little bit, but I mean, he seemed like he got some additional reps here today for circumstances. But good. Trying to, when he runs, he looks pretty good when he can find a space and go.
He does, and he made a couple good runs in there. Made some guys miss, and that's kind of his deal. That's his MO. He's good at that, and so hopefully, we'll get him enough reps that he's going to be very confident and comfortable being a quarterback if he's got to go in there and do it.
Is he looking at him as a straight quarterback? I know you like to move him around. Is he really focusing on quarterback
right now? Right now, he's a quarterback. We do know he has position flexibility. If he's not the starter or not the backup, perhaps there's a place for us to find something for him to do to help us on offense. It would likely be slot.
Talking to Liam Fortner, having a set of twins get through 4 years here at West Point on the football team happens every so often at West Point, but maybe not since you've been here. So how special are those guys to your team? I know they mean a lot to you on the field, but they probably mean just as much to you in the locker room and their leadership.
They do. They're great guys, and it's fun to see, that love they have for each other, how close they are with each other. You don't see one without the other, and they're really tough and competitive football players, and that's the thing that I think everybody on our team really admires and respects about them. But they are leaders, and one of them's a team captain, and Liam Fortner he's on our leadership council, and he might as well be a captain. He really operates like that. So glad those guys are on our team.
You mentioned Bryson Banks earlier this week. Now you see him in the scrimmage. He's a freshman. He's maybe ahead of some of the other freshman defensive players. What did you see? What have you been seeing from him that makes you want to run him a little bit more?
Really physical kid, and we recognized that when he played at the prep school last year. The biggest piece is mentally, making sure he's prepared and ready to go in there and play his assignments, play the correct gap, and be in coverage where he's supposed to be. And it's not easy for a freshman to do that, even though he's been in the system at the prep school. But certainly from an ability standpoint, I think he'll help us. And he's got two really good starting linebackers in front of him. But I think, like history, I guess, repeats itself. Eventually, other guys find themselves in the game, and certainly ability-wise, he's probably ahead of a lot of the other freshmen, and it's going to give him a chance to play some on defense and certainly a lot on special teams.